this, man. They're not ready for this.
First down, Mayfield.
I'm playing the wrong football.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
180.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Yeah,
I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. The starters defensively now for the Patriots. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this group. They're top 10 in the league against the pass. The bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. Like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. If you forced it there, you saw the end result.
The numbers a week ago for Michelle. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
Let's go now, 50, play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. On the ground is Michelle. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
Hey, Sam off. Come on, boy.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
There's so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know, that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Just a yard on the catch there on 2nd and 9. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
180! 51 the mic. 51 the mic.
I can't believe they let you play.
Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Let's go!
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mayfield finding Beckham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
You see it all day.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. For the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Come on, fellas.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be Giving him a whole lot of credit, thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look at it and pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go with Chubb on second down. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's it, baby. That's it.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Now the Patriots take over. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
All day, every day.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in his free.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Pounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That one goes for 24 yards. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mayfield now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
While that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw here. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, you got deep?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for number 82, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Come on, switch it.
Go.
Shoot. Now back to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Saquon Barkley, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jimmy Garoppolo, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Jameis Winston leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2. You know?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
56. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? You just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
They'll set up the throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So here are the Browns to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got Rome. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions that plagued him, especially his second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's good for Cleveland. 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Obviously, I call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run with Michelle, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire. They brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a 1st down.
Let's go.
Called at a very strong gain of 24. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Let's go now.
Backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Pull it high.
Our time. This our
Shoot.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Mark 56. I got him.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
That's how we do it,
Wilson. Able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll run it. This is Michelle. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
Michael Gallup,
I know you felt
his
that one.
4th touchdown on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The Browns take over first.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
offensively with the lead. You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end,
each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Patriot first down.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Mayfield. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Mayfield on the keeper.
Set.
It's a
180.
loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018, he showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did, showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the tough.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A bad start there, a big loss on the first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
On second down, here's Mixon.
Get there.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break the game.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
18 Gator.
Brings up second and 12.
Here we go on second and 12. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Looking to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Come on, set.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range,
Get it.
2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback?
And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the slant.
They go play action here on first down. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And now out come the Patriots. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like in the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And finally marked down at the 23.
We got this.
It's a big play there for the Patriots. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Big stop, let's
So
go.
barely time to catch your breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Good job, D.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. 5.
On the ground, this is Michelle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Here we go.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Now.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down.
Ready.
55. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Break. 55. Hey, get away from him.
At the 35.
On 2nd down now. Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, It makes it tough to defend.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready, ready.
Back to Mixon on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Ready, ready.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hit it.
From the gun again to Mixon.
Fly to the ball. Run, run.
Hustle, hustle.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready,
A
ready.
reminder, once we hit
10-2
halftime,
stop.
as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that one results in 35
Let's go.
yards.
Do this.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys,
Go now.
how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
We want it. Come to my world.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Caught, Eifert over the middle. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side for the lost yard.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it? They saw it all the way, ran.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You better bring it.
Hit it.
Now Michelle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
55. Come off the ball hard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we come upon halftime, and what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll kick things off with an AFC matchup at MetLife Stadium. Pittsburgh taking on the New York Jets. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Sam Darnold has a touchdown pass. From there, we stay in the Empire State. We head up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they lead the visiting Raiders at halftime. The Dolphins trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answers.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Go.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find.
Got it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, exit.
I'm here all day.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Then the defender on the right side of the football
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double up.
Shoot.
On play action, the throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
70, Indy.
Here we go.
Get it.
Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Ready.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Here comes the boom.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the pass will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
30 base.
Hey, eat. Stay with your man.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
Easy work. It's easy
Just
work.
a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
90 Wolf.
Watching you go. Here we go.
2nd and 9 now. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Here we go, here we go.
Right up.
On the ground, Michelle. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Down.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
50 seconds, man.
Shoot.
And it's Michelle once again. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give. This is Michelle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
On the ready.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Topper. Topper. Big grip.
2nd and 1. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Come on,
this quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw here. Open man is Myers. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check hot route. Hot.
5.
He'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hey, turn it up.
Shoot.
A draw play for Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set, ready? 50. Plant.
51. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Get it.
2nd and 13. A finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
They don't
Down.
Now the Bengals on
the
third
outlaw.
down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's get it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready up.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll set up to throw. Now a desperate looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
That touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready.
You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. Slam. Watch twist.
Coming left is Michelle. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Go.
He'll drop the throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
That's gonna be a long day.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Let's go.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lutz good on the extra point. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it was the Steelers that came away victorious there. Josh Reynolds, 130 receiving yards thus far in that one. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Patriots, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will head back home next